Let me just check this here.
Pulling up the agenda on my phone.
Okay, I think we're good.
No, I have one, thanks.
Okay,
Do we need a red light? Oh, we have one over there. So I'm going to call the public portion of the February 16th Board of Selectmen meeting I'm going to open it at 5:25 p.m. and I ask that everybody rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have what we're thinking is a short agenda tonight. We'll see how that goes.
carefully forward. Good
The
woman.
first is a quarterly review from the police department. I think Chief Jewett has a couple of things to show us. And I believe we have that to show on the screen too, right?
Evening, Board.
Good evening.
You guys putting that up or not?
I will. Give me a second.
You can start. We've,
By the time it's up,
yeah, hopefully.
So a quarterly review from the board was looking for on a reporter. There were some questions that were asked for the 2020 budget. In reference to fiscal year 2020, the police
Can-
department. The question was,
We forgot to turn the mic on. Sorry.
fiscal year 2020, the police department was under budget. The major reason why we were under budget had to do with the pandemic. We're unable to attend most of the training classes they were either scheduled or postponed, canceled. We were understaffed for a portion of the year. Another question that was asked, part of the quarterly review, is any unforeseen budgetary issues for the fiscal budget 2021. That answer is no. Not that I'm aware of. Next section should be staffing. Fiscal year 2021, I'll be requesting both full-time and part-time officers. The staffing, why is it needed? Currently, we're understaffed, both full-time and part-time. The number of staff needed to fulfill that would be 2 full-time officers and 2 part-time officers. The SRO, school resource officer, is one of those positions, which hopefully will be funded 80% by the school district. So it's really 1 full-time officer that I'm looking for out of the town. And the question asked is, in the budget, looking at the budget, a percentage of the costs associated with hiring the aforementioned officers would be covered. So I should be able to find it within my own budget and not have the taxes go up on something like that. And the next question is, can it wait? No, the staffing issue is a safety concern. Officers are currently working solo. It's harder for them to do their follow-ups. There's no overlapping of the shifts. That was something that the officers brought to the board's attention 5 or 6 months ago. So that was one of the things we want to try to fix. All right. Next one, how many calls did the department handle? The Newton Police Department covered about 16,203 calls for the fiscal year 2020. That's, ranges from, barking dog calls to domestic violence to, speeding cars. So there's different types of calls are mixed in there. Some of the training that we've attended, the Newton Police Department did attend a limited amount of classes, even with the pandemic. Some of the stuff that we're mandated that we have to do was firearms, taser, handcuffing, use of force training. Officers also attended classes in sexual assault investigation, background investigation, report writing, interview, and frontline supervisor schools. Those were all schools that we were able to get officers into. They were either online or in person.
On the metrics, do you have any indication? Are we up? Are we down from the previous years, or what are you?
The calls right now, I think we're pretty status quo as far as what they are. Summertime is when they start to go up. The warmer weather comes, and even for a small town like Newton, the calls increase with summer activity. There's more people out. So right now, I think we're we're in the winter blues, I'll call it, for as far as the call-wise. They're about the same. Milestone key results and news. There's a couple of categories you can pick from. What's happening in your department, residents should know. I had a resident approach me a few weeks ago. He is looking to redo our Facebook page, well, not Facebook, our website. Our website was I think we've had it up for, I don't remember the exact amount of years. It's been up for a while. We haven't been able to do a lot of updates on it. There were some licensing issues, the person who developed it, trying to get in touch with them and getting back to us. But this resident's in town. He wants to develop a new website for us at no cost. So we're working with him to do that. Officer Chris McGuire took over running the department's Facebook page, and we also added a Instagram account within the last, I think, month. So that would be, that's kind of neat to have out there. The Newton Police Department replaced 3 of the exterior doors. The doors that were there were steel doors that were kind of not in the greatest shape. The new doors have glass, so the officers can see outside before they're going out for a safety concern. We upgraded the fire alarm system to meet the current standards, and we've aimed to do a lot of other projects with the help of the Board of Selectmen. We're currently working on accessibility solutions for the front lobby, as well as a price to replace the siding on the building. Trying to work with that and trying to see what we can get for numbers on that. I think that was it, unless you guys have more questions.
Any grant, goals or current
I'm in the process now. So one of the things in order to get grants, and I'm sure Larry could probably answer this, I'm not sure for the PD side, grants right now were a little tough, given the new regime that's in for the president. We had to fulfill certain requirements federally to be able to access federal grants. I just got awarded the permission to accept federal grants last week. So I had to do some paperwork and send it up and prove to them that we're doing what's required. So they gave us that. And to answer the question further on grants, I did a grant through DOJ, Department of Justice, trying to get some money for ballistic vest. And it looks like I've been awarded. I'm just waiting to find out what they're going to award.
Good.
So we're definitely moving forward on that.
Awesome. Any questions for the chief while we're here? No? Good. Chief, thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate it. All right. So B, I think we need to discuss the treasurer position. So for those who didn't know, the current treasurer decided not to run again. So there will be, I believe, a blank slate on the ballot on March 9th, right? Unless somebody tries to do a write-in. And Diane looked it up for us. According to statute, we have to have a treasurer in place. Is it 6 days after town meeting?
Yeah, no, after the election.
Yeah, right. So that's kind of a tough position to be in. So assuming nobody runs, and I think if you're a write-in, and I don't know this, but you have to have a minimum number of votes, I think, before it counts. I don't think you can write in one name and be the only one that's written in and win or anything like that.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I could, I don't know, but so at any rate, if anybody out there is interested, we'd like them to get in touch with us. So the thing I was thinking is we put out kind of a job posting for the treasurer, because if we get nobody to run as a write-in on March 9th, on March 10th, who's ever still here needs to appoint somebody pretty quickly before the 15th. So if we already had interested parties coming to see us, I think the main thing for me is if somebody's interested, they kind of need to talk to the current treasurer. And that probably shouldn't be happening after the election. That might be nice if it happens, so we have everything lined up. So you guys had put together a job description, right?
Yeah, I have the start of one that I sent out.
Yep.
It's up to you if you want to, did you want to review it, or
Anybody?
I can put it up if you want, it's up to you.
Yeah, you can put it on the screen just for the sake of that. But I think what I'm looking for the board to do is hopefully approve getting that out on the website,
Oh, definitely.
so.
You want the job description out on the website? Is that what the board wants?
Yeah, I think we need a lead into it, but, you know, if anybody's interested, right now, we're looking for interested people to come forward so we can give them more information and potentially, when the board has a meeting, whatever, after March 9th, interested parties can come to that meeting. It's a public position, so you'd kind of be interviewed at the public meeting, and then the Board of Selectmen can vote to appoint. So,
Matt, is there any kind of education that we should be offering them if we get somebody that isn't super qualified, because we've got to have the warm body?
yeah, I think there is, I'm not sure, but I don't know if they're kind of continuing ed type things or,
Accounting background. I think it's in the job description that Diane has.
Well,
Very good.
yeah, I mean, it's preferable, but it's an elected position, so there are no qualifications, really. What
Right.
you want, if somebody is interested, they should read this RSA 4129, and that'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Not exactly, but it gives you a guideline of what is expected from a treasurer.
Mhm.
And there are some classes, workshops, et cetera, put out there by NHMA, and
But I'm just not sure it's something that would give you all the keys to what you need.
No.
Some sort of a accounting finance background is probably preferable, but as Diane said, it's not required by the RSA. So,
Correct.
So is everybody in favor of posting this to the website, trying to
Yes.
solicit some
I am.
interest?
yes.
Yes, is this an unpaid position?
It is paid.
Okay, that's not in the description.
There's a stipend for that
Okay,
position.
You may want to mention that in the
Yep,
description.
so that, part of our lead-in, we should probably say, you know, something to the effect of, the current treasurer decided not to run on March 9th, therefore, the Board of Selectmen is anticipating an open position after the March 9th election and would be interested in hearing from people who might be interested, and, this is whatever the stipend is per year, so.
7,500.
Yeah, so, and then I would say if anybody calls Diane on this thing, Diane, I think you know enough to send them right over to Lynn to get more info.
Yep.
That's my thing. And, all right, so just for the heck of it, somebody want to make this as a motion to post?
I don't think you need to.
I don't think we need to, but.
No.
No, we
All
don't
right,
need,
cool. Like I said, just for the heck of it. So, keeping with the posting, we're going to letter C, which is Deputy Town Clerk Tax Collector position. So, I would assume I'm okay to discuss why there's an opening here. So Cheryl, who's our Deputy Town Clerk and Tax Collector, who I think has been in that role like 14 years, is that what she
Yep,
said?
14
Correct.
years.
So she's done a great job for the town, but regrettably for us, but happily for her, she's going to retire, spend more time with her grandchildren. So we are going to have to post for that position as well. So this is a straight job. This is not a ballot type position like the treasurer. So
So what maybe Joe is asking for is if this looks good to you guys, that she will get it out there and post for the job.
yep,
yeah, I took a look at her advertisement, and it looks good to me.
Okay?
Yep.
So this one is good to go as well, then?
I think so. And
Yep.
and then I would assume what the board wants to do is, once Mary Jo has kind of done the first round, if we're down to, a couple of candidates or whatever, the board might like to meet with them as well, so. Is that
Definitely.
fair to say? Yeah, so,
Definitely.
all right.
All set with that one?
I think we're good with that one. So, moving on to D, Veterans Tax Credit. We have one. Does anybody want to make a motion on this one?
I move to approve the Veterans Tax Credit for Tax Map 6-9-25.
Second.
Seconded by Charlie. Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sounds like everybody. That's unanimous. All right, now, the best part of the meeting. Item E, per RSA 3195B, to accept and expend unanticipated funds for the food pantry. So,
Are you making the motion, or would you like me to?
I'd like you to, I just
All
wanted
right.
to describe
I
what
would
we're
move to accept and expend unanticipated funds for the food pantry per RSA 31:95-B in the amount of $100 from Gideon Lodge, number 84 and AM, from $100 from Paul and Carol Zott, and $100 from James Marino.
Second.
Second, any discussion?
I would just like to thank each of them for their generous donation.
Yep, I was going to make sure we put that in the motion. No further discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We have other business. Any other business? The only thing I'm going to throw out there is, remember, we don't have to decide tonight, but March 9th is the election, so we need to make sure we have a quorum that day.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Going to be two of us holding signs, so that helps a little bit. And so we just want to make sure we have people.
That's down front.
Yeah, it counts, though, if need be. We really should have the other three in the fire station, but
I'll be there.
if somebody's on a lunch break, we'll be okay. So, I think, Larry, you told me that you didn't have to work or anything like that, right?
All right, so would you like me to do the other business?
Yes, please.
All right, I move to sign vendor manifest dated February 16, 2021, in the amount of $135,723.60.
Second.
Seconded by Charlie. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to sign cable vendor manifest dated February 16, 2021, in the amount of $9,967.17.
Second.
Seconded by Charlie. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to sign fire rescue station vendor manifest dated February 16, 2021, in the amount of $10,087.61.
Second.
Seconded by Charlie. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to sign police special details vendor manifest dated February 16, 2021, in the amount of $744.60.
Second. Larry.
We'll give it to Larry. He hasn't had one in a while.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye. I move to sign payroll manifest for pay period January 31 through February 13, 2021, with the pay date of February 18, 2021.
Second.
Seconded by Larry. With the masks on, I can't tell which one is which.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to sign requisition, actually, no, I can't make that motion.
I don't have it in front of me. I move to sign requisition, is that a PB?
Yep.
PB 001 in the amount of $3,500 for Rockingham Planning Commission contract for assisting the town with updating of the master plan.
I'll second that.
What's that?
I'll second that.
Second that?
All right, so for discussion, this is over the 2,500 and it requires 3 bids.
Yep, so
So I haven't seen them, so I can't vote for this unless I know it follows our purchase policy.
Is that the master plan?
Yeah.
I know,
Rockingham.
she did get 3. She didn't turn them into us, right? She got someone from Durham, Rockingham Planning, and I think there was one more.
Unless you turn them into the bookkeeper, because I told them the
Right.
process is to attach everything to the requisition, the bookkeeper reviews, and then it goes to the
Well, I know she did get 3 quotes.
You have to sign the requisition.
Okay, so what I think happened was, correct me if I'm wrong, Larry, the planning board reviewed that and voted to go forward with that one, right?
with Rockingham Planning, because it's,
Yeah.
yes, the cheapest. The other one, I think it was 8,000,
Yeah.
and I think the other one was 9.
So essentially, the planning board is asking us to cut a check, right?
Correct.
That's essentially what's going
But
on.
providing that they get the proper paperwork to Kim.
Right,
I saw that
exactly.
email.
And the only reason that goes to the board has signed requisition.
Right, right.
Did we get the proper paperwork?
I haven't seen it, but
Then we're not going to vote. I don't think we should vote on it then.
All right, so we'll table this.
I think you got the right paperwork. It's downstairs. If you want to give me a second, I'll go get it.
We can give you a second, I
Well,
think.
give me
I
a
might
little-
give you 5 seconds, but we don't have anything else on the other, right?
No, that's the last item.
All right, so I think
Where
we
you
can do
going?
minutes. You want to do approval of minutes?
I've already signed it.
All right, I move to approve these,
Hey.
whoops. Did you make that motion? Did someone make a motion, or were you
No,
still?
no,
Okay.
we just
I thought
started.
I heard somebody say second, so I was looking for.
Yep.
No.
Oh, actually, we can't make another motion unless we rescind the one that's on the floor.
Oh, it's still out there?
Yes.
So you want to, who put that out there? You did, right? For the RPC?
He seconded it, so you have to
I
rescind it.
seconded you.
It's your motion, Matt.
Oh, it was my motion. That's right, I leaned over the computer.
Matt, you got sometimers?
Sometimes. So I'm going to retract my motion, at least for now.
Ah, there she is, see?
Wait, see, it's a delaying tactic, so we still delivered an entertaining meeting while we waited for paperwork.
I've okayed it, so. While you're waiting, that's your difference credit.
Excellent.
Down the street. East Kingston.
Where's down the street? Where? Oh, okay.
I believe it's February 9th that the non-public minutes were just submitted, so
Okay.
push that one out.
That's not how you do
Okay,
it.
I feel better.
You feel better? Okay.
I feel better.
I will, I think my motion is still on the table.
Correct.
My primary concern was that the planning board got the quotes, so. I had a second from Charlie, right, on that
Yep.
motion? All right. Any further discussion on that? Give it a minute.
I'm good.
You're good.
You signed
Okay, all in
Yeah.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
it? Aye. Yeah. all
Did we
signed.
get, thanks. Did we get Kate on there?
Aye.
Thanks. Okay, do we want to move on to minutes?
All right, I move to approve the Selectmen's non-public meeting minutes dated February 2nd and February 9th, 2021.
Second.
So, seconded by Charlie, discussion point. So the 9th non-public just came in like before this meeting, so I don't know if we want to table approve of the non-public for the 9th.
Okay, I will amend my motion to be just the February 2nd non-public and public meeting minutes. We can do the 9th at the next meeting.
Cool, are you still a second?
Yep.
We'll just do February 2nd. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so that's unanimous. And I think we had,
Aye.
okay, and we have the agenda item, if anybody feels a need to review non-public session minutes for unsealing.
Not at this time.
Not at this time, no? Oh, yeah, we had a non-public
Yeah,
tonight,
yeah.
so Lisa.
I
would you-
will move to seal the non-public session minutes until, for today, until such a time that the board deems it is no longer wise and prudent to do so.
Anybody want to second that?
Second.
Seconded by Larry. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to adjourn the Selectmen's meeting, but immediately following this on the same channel, so don't change the channel for a better show. Stay on this channel, there'll be Meet the Candidates night, so anybody want a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Okay.
And that's at 5:49 PM?
5:49 PM. So I think our next BOS meeting is March 2nd. Is that right? And like I said,